So I know what some of you are going to be asking. Hey, where's the reaction to Nostalgia Critic's Home Alone Part 2? About that. Yeah. Turns out that video is 45 minutes long, and we've already done a full docket of reactions already.
We had other stuff to do right now.
Yes, and maybe before the end of the week, maybe we'll be able to do it. But it has to be we have to have the time to do it. But for now, we have a little bit of a replacement. Home Alone 3, the Nostalgia Critic did a reaction, or did a video on this all the way back in 2010. Damn. And then he posted this in 2015.
It's probably around the year I actually watched Home Alone 3.
Yeah, I watched Home Alone 3 almost right after it came out. And I remembered finding it pretty funny because I thought the traps were really funny. I thought that the villains were funny.
I don't remember this movie that much.
It's the one with the mouse. Remember the little kid with the chicken pox? With the mouse and the little leather thing?
RC car, right?
Yes, the RC.
I guess because the first two are like my favorites. I never
easily.
really moved on from. I think I've seen the other ones, but I haven't the other two just are ingrained in my brain.
Oh no, same.
I only remember a couple things about this, and one of them is that I definitely watched it because I rented it from a movie rental store.
Yeah.
So those were still a thing.
Same. I think I did the same.
And I didn't know it existed before I saw it at the movie rental store. So I was like, holy crap, they have a third Home Alone?
Yeah.
And so, despite the fact I hadn't seen the second Home Alone at the time, I was like, I want to watch that. I was like, that looks interesting. And the cover art kind of looked interesting to me too. Just the villains being on the cover all messed up, I was like, I want to see what happens to these dudes. And I remember the RC car slightly. And I remember I did.
This is the one with the RC car?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember I didn't actually hate it. But I also was not very critical of movies around the time that I watched it because that was still the time where I hadn't seen very many movies because I only started watching a ton of movies after I was in college / got out of college.
I remember several things about this movie. The first thing was the RC car. The second thing is the main bad guy in this is played by traditional stereotypical European bad guy Oleg Krupa, who is you'll recognize him when you see him. He's been the European bad guy in so many action movies and stuff like that.
Doesn't it have a blonde lady too?
No, she wears a blonde wig during part of this, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's the three dudes, the one woman, and their international secret agent terrorist group kind of people. Mm-hmm. And the plot is just so silly. They steal a microchip. They're trying to sell off to, I think, the North Koreans. I can't remember. And they basically store it in a RC car because it fits perfectly inside of it.
I remember the car because it's part of the plot.
And then the kid opened it up because he realized that it was pretty heavy. Opened it up and popped right out. And also the third thing that I remember this film for. This is the major feature film debut of the one, the only Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
This is her major film debut.
I do not know that.
It's pretty crazy. You'll know her when you see her. It's impossible to not recognize her.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. All right, Doug. What do you got for us?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic.
Old mic
So
quality.
you don't have to.
Hi, Doug.
Let me tell you a story about a brilliant writer and director named John Hughes. He recently passed away, but what he left behind will last forever. He
Yeah.
directed such classics like The Breakfast Club, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and so forth. He also was a talented writer, writing screenplays for the National Lampoon Vacation movies, Home Alone, Pretty in Pink, and many more. Yes, John Hughes certainly seemed like the voice of a generation. Then Home Alone 2 came around. He wrote it, and it sucked. Then Baby's Day Out came around. He wrote it, and it sucked. than 101 Dalmatians. Flubber, Just Visiting, Dennis the Menace, that shitty-ass Miracle on 34th Street remake.
No, that one was good.
No,
I like the remake of...
that is a boring movie.
I liked it when I was a kid. Maybe I won't
liked
as an adult.
101 Dalmatians as a kid.
I did too.
Did you guys not like Flubber?
Flubber was alright.
I liked it as a kid.
Flubber was alright.
So here's the thing: is like, yes, all of these may suck for adults, but targeted towards an audience of kids, he did a lot of really good kids films.
I loved
'Cause,
Flubber
like,
when I
liked
was
a
a
lot of
kid.
those movies.
I liked it. Robin Williams made the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
for being honest.
I saw it
Obviously.
in theaters, and I mean, like,
Oh, same,
at the
dude.
time, like, it was cracking me up. You know?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I remember the one part where, like, all the flubbers were, like, in that house terrorizing that family, and the one was, like, bouncing on dog's nose, and the dog was like...
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing at that.
I like 101 Dalmatians too.
Glenn Close. I mean, Glenn Close was almost perfect as Cruella de Vil.
I believe
I
I saw
just
that in
watched that
theaters
not
as
too
well.
long ago.
Yeah.
So these are all the kinds of movies that, like, I kind of want to rewatch, but at the same time I don't, just because I would like to not earn them for my young self.
I would
Right.
like to watch them just to see how my adult brain interprets them, because...
I do, but I just don't want to end up, like, hating stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I had a pretty good time with that when I was
Well,
a kid.
I hear you, and the
For
thing
me,
is...
I'm still a kid at heart, so like nothing ever gets ruined as an adult.
That's why I'm afraid of...
I still think like a kid.
That's why I'm afraid of showing you the Polar... Like, Doug's review of the Polar Express.
Don't. I'm not watching it. It will always
knew
be
it.
my favorite movie.
I knew it.
And the reason
That would probably
why
make my mom mad, too.
is, well, the reason why is because that
me.
was the thing that we did for my birthday the year that my granny passed away.
Oh, okay.
And so it's not just because, oh, I love the movie. It's because it has a sentimental
value
to
of
me.
course, yeah.
So,
I understand that,
you
Kate.
know, I was turning 11 and I was only 10 when she passed away. And so,
Well,
and I had to wait. We waited a week because it came out December 11th. And so, yeah.
no, I get you. And
So I won't play Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance ever again, just because, in case
Oh, no.
something taints it for me. The last time I played it was with my friend Daniel from high school. He's no longer with us.
Yeah.
damn. Sorry. Didn't mean to go there, but hey. This is how conversations go,
It's just
y'all.
a conversation about movies having more than just critical value, you know?
True,
Yeah,
true.
That's why I don't want to watch somebody tear it apart because it would just make me mad.
Fair enough.
understand.
Fair enough.
Nothing against Doug.
I
It's
understand.
that's not the issue.
Flubber, Just Visiting.
Now that one does suck. I will say that. Just Visiting does
Never
suck.
heard of it.
I think I watched
Stay-
that in
stay
theaters,
away.
and I don't remember hating it either.
Dennis
So,
the
I
Man.
don't know.
That one I actually
I
liked as a
watched
kid.
that
Oh
one.
yeah, I like
too.
that one too.
That shitty-ass Miracle.
But
yeah,
that one was boring.
Yeah,
I
I
tried
liked
to
it.
watch it, and I
Country.
just stopped because I was like, "This is not."
I-
a fun Christmas
I
movie.
I
actually-
watched the original.
Oh, the original's great. I love the
Yeah.
original. That one I thought was an okay remake. But you know what?
That's the girl from Matilda, isn't it?
Yep. For me, the hilarious part about Mara Wilson being in Miracle on 34th Street, which is a Christmas movie, Mara Wilson is Jewish.
Oh,
So, I was going to say, I wonder if on set, like, everyone was singing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." She was secretly in the back spinning her dreidels like, "Oh, dreidel, 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 with you all day I'll play." Sorry.
oh my God.
What? Dude, my buddy Jamie is Jewish, and he, well, he was sort of a non-observant Jew, but he would always, like, mock us a little bit during Christmas. He's just like, "Hey, y'all get one day of Christmas. I get 8 days of Hanukkah. And guess what? I get to eat as much shit as I want during that. Meanwhile, y'all get that one day, and that's it." I'm like,
Every time someone says the word Hanukkah, I think of Adam Sandler singing Hanukkah.
yeah,
His Hanukkah song.
the Hanukkah song.
4th Street remake. All right, my head. What happened? He was like the voice, and then he got lost to the slapstick-inspired shit, or slap shit, as I like to call it. But none of them are as bad as the crowning achievement of horror that is simply known as Home Alone 3. This is a film where even if you saw the previews, you felt dirty. How could such a great writer stoop to such an insulting, demeaning, and absolutely unentertaining low? Well, let's see if we can figure it out. This is Home Alone 3. So the movie starts with the typical Home Alone music, followed by the typical Home Alone credits, taking place in the typical Home Alone setting. Hong Kong! Literally, the first minute completely misses the idea of the franchise.
$10 million for the missile chip.
Okay, instead, Chinese nationalists. Chinese nationalists. My mistake.
Sounds like your clients want to build a missile that can't be detected by radar.
Whoever
That's him. That's
Missile chip.
yeah. That's him. Oleg Krupa. Like he to me, the fact that he goes all in on this film, I actually find it awesome because the guy's a like super talented actor and very well respected in Europe. But just the fact he went all in just blows me away.
whoever possesses this chip could dominate the entire region.
What is this, Die Hard 5? What does this have to do with Home Alone?
That's what you asked for. Air Force NSB 100C series. Where's my money?
Seriously, how did we go from a kid being left at a house to weapons espionage? That's a pretty big fucking leap.
Here, hide it in the toy car. We'll slip it right past airport security.
Oh great, you know, it's because of bungholes like you that we have to take our shoes off at the checkpoint.
No, it's the assholes that did the two liquids. You know, like one liquid and one liquid's red, one liquid's white. Mix them together, they explode. Yeah.
But unfortunately, the bag gets switched with some lady, and the spies panic in order to find it.
Hey, wait, go back. Some lady. Go
Bag
back to
gets
some
switched
lady.
with-
Hey, I recognize her now. Some American Horror Story.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn. Oh, I can't believe you remember that.
some lady, and the spies panic in order to find it.
She's leaving.
So they get the number of the cab through their glove cam as they pin down the area where the woman was dropped off. And seeing how it's a John Hughes movie, my guess is it's in a Chicago suburb where everybody is rich, quirky, and white. Oh, what a shock!
All done, Mrs. S.
You were supposed to deal with the snow promptly, weren't you?
Yes, but
Butts are for ashtrays. I don't care for excuses. We had an understanding, and you broke it. Your word is worthless.
sorry, that would be no charge, Mrs. S.
So you can tell the neighborhood I stiffed you on a snow removal job.
Sheesh, this woman's as compassionate as a punch to my ballsack.
Consider
Yes, she is. Oh, God.
this your payment. I have no use for the silly thing.
Thank you.
This little boy is Alex, not Kevin. Alex. He doesn't even know Kevin. That's because Kevin's not in this movie. None of the original characters are in this movie. This is because nothing about this movie has anything to do with Home Alone, despite the fact that it carries the name Home Alone. So, why does it carry the name Home Alone? Because it's a goddamn horrible movie! So it turns out Alex has the chicken pox, which means he has to stay home from school. Hey look, Scarlett Johansson's his sister.
Yep.
I already made a lost in translation joke in North, so let's move on. As Alex stays at home, he starts looking through a telescope at Mrs. Hess's house with his pet rat Doris.
Look, Doris.
You know, I'm actually trying to envision the great John Hughes writing scenes like that. And then the mouse looks through the telescope and sees a cat. It's just a cat on the TV screen, but nevertheless, he gets scared. John Hughes, you've done it again. Where's my whiskey? So the spies
Accurate. I could very well see that happening.
rent a house on the street, as they know the
See? Blonde wig.
Oh.
woman lives on the road, but they don't know which house. And wouldn't you know it, both parents have to leave the house, as the father always goes on business trips and the mother has to make a last-minute presentation at her job.
I'll be gone an hour at the very most. I called Mrs. Hess and told her you'll be alone. She said if anything comes up, she'll be right over.
Well, wait minute, why doesn't she just have Mrs. Hess watch him? Your kid is sick and all alone. Who cares if she's a bitch? She's still a babysitter, you whore. Alright, well, despite that obvious leap in stupidity, Alex continues to look through his telescope. So while looking through his telescope, he comes across the spy sneaking into one of the houses. Like a reasonably smart kid, he calls 911, but the spies escape before the cops can see him.
Freeze!
Oh, that's messed up.
Come on, Doug.
Nah, that's too dark. That's too dark. The old John Hughes. This is the new quirky, lighthearted John Hughes. Let's see. Oh, I know! The dog actually freezes in place. Delightful. Where's my absinthe? So both the mother and the cops think Alex made up what he saw and don't look into it any further. But wouldn't you know it, the spies break into another house the next day. Well, that's okay though, because we know that the parents stayed home this time. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They left again? What kind of parents are these? Do they leave their fucking medicine in the toy chest as well? Abort. So once again, he calls the cops, the spies get away, and nobody believes him.
I saw a burglar yesterday, and I saw a burglar today.
There was no one in that house.
But there was some thing on the wing.
Oh,
so he figures it's time to take matters into his own hands.
First the Steffens, then Mrs. Hess. I agree, Doris. The next stop is the Alcott's house. What kind of a burglar goes into a house and doesn't take anything? Do you know what I think? I think they're looking for something special. And they're looking in everybody's house because they don't know who has it.
Yes, it appears we'll need more than elementary in this matter. Doris, fetch me my violin.
Jesus.
So Alex gets a video camera.
There's some pretty,
as the parents
I don't know, smart conclusions for a kid of that age.
Yeah, there's some leaps in the logic, because kid that age...
I don't think if I was that age that I'd been able to make deductions like that. I would have just been like, scary dudes going into that house and the house. What if they come to my house? Like, you know?
And then you'd be constantly just like telling your parents, be like, Mom, can you please stay home because I don't want the house to get broken into.
Leave him for a third time. All right.
Yeah,
this is
what is up with that?
really
That's very poor parenting, especially when your child is sick. Like, that is stupid.
Chickenpox. I remember when I had the chickenpox, my mom never left my side. And my mom had a job that she had, and like they told her, like, no, I'm staying here. My son's sick. I'm not leaving.
Right.
Remember what a big deal it was in the first film when they left him behind?
How could we do this? We forgot him.
Just horrible.
What kind of mother am I?
And now it's just like,
Have fun while I'm gone, son. Be sure to stay away from the rat poison I keep under your pillow.
So with a camera, duct tape, and a few wires, Alex manages to get his own wireless security network. The 5-year-old now has a portable wireless security network. The realism in this movie just fucking astounds me. Yeah. So he sneaks his camera into the next house that the spies are looking through. Yeah, thank God none of the houses have babies, toddlers, or stay-at-home parents. Sort of lucked out on that front. But one of the spies finds the car as Alex tries to think of a plan to distract them.
Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Karen. Hi, how's it going? I think Bugships are over around here.
And then he trains the parrot. He trains the parrot to record a fake message on the answering machine.
God.
But that plan seems to backfire as the spies get the car and examine the video recorder on top.
It's a video camera. Someone's on to us.
Wait, now just hear me out. What if it's a 5-year-old boy who wired a security system in his own house? Oh, come on. That's something John Hughes would come up with if he was on Quaaludes. Did I really just write that?
Delete.
Where's the Quaaludes? To get the tape, Alex drives the car away with the chip inside. They partake in a little chase. We have ourselves a little slapstick yuck yuck. As Alex discovers the chip inside the car, Again, to his credit, he reports it to a member of the military, and even though they don't believe him, he gives them the number on the chip. But the bad guys find out where Alex lives as, now prepare yourself, the parents leave again. I don't even care anymore. If you want your kid to be milk carton of the week, that's your problem.
Hello.
This time, however, they do ask Mrs. Hess to watch him, but only after they left, which is still pretty damn stupid, especially considering how the bad guys find her and tape her to a chair. Parents of the year or morons? Morons.
Yes.
So, of course, it's up to our friggin' boy genius to save the day. First, he tries to trick the woman by controlling the dog.
Is it just me, or is there also a scene in one of the American Horror Story seasons where she ends up with tape on her mouth?
I can't remember. Damn.
Because it seems just overly familiar, despite the fact that I only saw this movie one time.
I don't know. Maybe that's a motif. Maybe that's something that's in her contract for everything she signs up for. It's like, okay, a part of it is I have to be tied up to a chair. It's like, huh?
Well, don't think that happened in the first season. Like,
probably.
I remember the first season enough. But for some reason, I feel like somebody put tape on her mouth on one of the seasons, but I could just be thinking of this scene somehow.
Probably.
Whistle. He doesn't have a dog, but he has a dog whistle. I'm sure he just buys cat food for fun, too.
I repeat, there is no movement inside. Permission to enter.
The other spies tried to get through the back, but of course he has traps for them, too.
You're gonna keep writing, and you're gonna crash thunder.
Actually, that's the second John Hughes farting joke I've seen in a week. The other one being in Flubber. Why is he all about the strange things coming out of people's butts?
I just think we're having an off day.
Incoming.
I mean, you could make the same argument about the original.
That's true. That's true. I mean, but yeah, I guess it's just the level of like how he's able to set these traps up. It's very Wile E. Coyote in terms of its ridiculousness.
Oh no! It's not like I can just walk away from the water. That would coincide with my phobia of not walking away from the water. Oh damn my extremely odd and unbelievably rare neuroses.
So yeah, we get the traps just like in the other two movies, but these traps are like really friggin' precise. Like he has to know exactly what spot they're gonna be on and not be a centimeter off.
Gotcha!
Very true, yeah.
And look at this, he cuts holes in the house. How the hell did he do that? Did he call Ace Hardware to set these up?
Ouch.
Watch this scene. It's not even funny. It's like something out of a horror movie.
I disagree. This, I was dying laughing.
But that would have cut him up.
I know.
In reality.
I know. Well, and the paint cans to the head would have literally collapsed Marv and Harry's skulls.
Yeah, they did a lot of like what would actually happen on the original Home Alone, and a lot of the things would have been deadly.
Oh, the blowtorch to the back of the head. Yeah. Harry's eyes would have popped out of his head, and like he would have suffered like permanent brain damage.
And the bricks would have killed Marv in the second one. The long pole or the metal bar would have killed him.
The electric
I
like
believe
sink
they
in the
said
basement would have killed him.
Hit to Harry's chest would have caused broken ribs and collapsed lung, probably.
Potentially cardiac arrest too. Yeah. It would have thrown off the rhythm of his heart. There's leaps you take.
The iron would have definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like, fucked up.
Marv when it hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Unbelievably, the one that everyone cringes over would have done the least damage. The nail in the foot.
The nail's like the least deadly of the traps, probably.
But it's the one that makes everyone squeam.
That's in the Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch this scene. It's not even funny. It's like something out of
It's
horror.
the scream that makes me laugh. I don't know. It's just
It is a ridiculous scream, but it kind of sounds like he's dying.
It does. But when you see him afterwards, just
Jesus.
Good juxtaposition there, Doug.
Fair enough.
And of course, we have pratfall after pratfall after pratfall.
Mousetrap.
Dude falling down
the stairs.
No, the
the dumbwaiter.
Dumbwaiter, like that scene, I thought was pretty funny when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Whenever I watched this movie.
You know, when I originally saw it, I thought her pants fell down. But it's actually the doormat. The doormat at her feet, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, the mother actually calls in the middle of all this, and Alex says that everything is fine.
Honey, you're all out of breath. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine.
Oh yeah, just fighting for
Yeah,
terrorists.
he's totally willing to call the cops several times, as well as the military.
Yeah.
But he won't be like, Rob, the guys that have been robbing the block are in our house.
Exactly.
Worry, you have deadlines to meet. But it turns out the number on the chip got to higher authorities as they pull Alex's mother and his siblings aside for questioning.
It's Alex. This is my other son. Why, what's happened?
He may be in danger.
Maybe I shouldn't have left him alone 18 times.
He's not here. He's at home.
Let's move.
Why is he in danger?
We think he intercepted a top-secret electronic device stolen from a Defense Department contractor by a group of international criminals working for a North Korean terrorist organization.
It is North Korean. I didn't just make that up. Oh my god. Oh, my brain. How did I remember that?
Because you're a walking encyclopedia.
Oh. When you're right, Kate.
Period. Meanwhile, the mayhem continues at home.
No, you don't.
Say, you ever notice that the secret agents suck?
Recognize this?
How did he get outside?
The same way you're gonna get outside.
Is it me or did he turn to Christopher Walken there?
I don't know.
Yes.
So without giving too much away, oh, who the fuck cares? They scream and get hurt. Surprise! So we freeze Mrs. Hess as the cops finally arrive and take the spies away.
Oh, Alex. I'm so sorry.
Oh, for what? Every possible thing a parent can do wrong?
7 years I've been after this guy. He always manages to slip away.
And now a 5-year-old catches him. This is the worst day of my life.
Thanks.
Wait a minute, there's still one more spy on the loose. But it's okay, a parent operating a toy car, lighting a match, and setting off a series of explosions has it totally under control. Dr. fucking Doolittle couldn't get an animal to do all that. So after all is said and done, what does the film finally end on? The father giving his son a race car as a gift. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Man overboard.
Yeah.
Why do I remember this shit? Why can't I remember things that are actually important? Instead, I gotta remember dumb details as to what the parrot's last line in Home Alone 3 was. Oh.
There! I did it!
Bless you.
I finally did it! I wrote the worst Home Alone script ever! I know I'm contractually obligated to write at least one more movie, but the script is so bad that no studio would ever buy it! What are we gonna do? Hire the director of Beverly Hills Chihuahua to direct it? No studio's that stupid! John Hughes, you're a genius!
That could have very well been the case.
It was the case.
He just wrote it bad on purpose so that hopefully they wouldn't make him do another one.
Yeah, and instead it's just like literally...
We'll take it.
My career is over!
Yes. Sadly, John Hughes' career after that string of movies, never really recovered. Then he started having heart issues. It was, he had I think it was a heart attack that eventually got him. He was fairly young, too. I can't remember how old he was. Oh, gosh. Let's see.
Yeah, I feel like if I watched this again now, I wouldn't like it very much at all.
I'd have fun making fun of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. There he is.
He did Peaky Blinders?
No.
Oh, what was that then?
We're at?
The character in the TV.
Oh, John Hughes. Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, instead, yeah, he was only 59. Damn. National Lampoon's Vacation, which he wrote, 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, European
He
Vacation.
went from making like a bunch of like the best movies ever to
Pretty in Pink.
Yep.
stuff.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and
16
Automobiles.
Candles I saw.
The Great Outdoors. That's a good one. Uncle Buck, which he also directed.
Christmas Vacation.
Yep, which he wrote. Then of course, Career Opportunities, which
Beethoven.
that was him, wasn't it? Oh,
except for apparently he's credited.
Is that one that you like that has the Midnights in it?
yeah. That's the. I didn't realize that he wrote that. That's awesome. Dutch.
That's Nate's like celebrity crush. That
She's
girl.
okay. No, she's one of them. Like Jennifer Connelly from 1990 to 1998. Dear God, I was like 10 years old. I was like 10 years old. Like when in '98, I was just like, I like girls now.
His number one is the red-haired lady.
Oh, Christina Hendricks. Yeah, she's up there. Oh, this is probably his most underrated one. Dutch. God, it's hilarious.
Never heard of it.
It's about this guy. He marries this kid's mom, and is basically sent to go pick him up from his school because his dad's just like completely blown him off, and the kid has to do a long road trip back home with him, and a bunch of hijinks ensue. It's pretty damn funny.
Made
Gosh.
in Manhattan.
Oh yeah, he was originally came up with the story for that.
Huh.
Gosh.
Interesting.
Home Sweet Home Alone. Oh God. Please stop crediting him with these movies. Let the man rest, please. Oh God. So yeah. Anyway, I got nothing else. This was a good recollection of everything, and I hope that you all enjoyed it, and hopefully one day we can get to Home Alone 2 review by Doug, and maybe we'll see if we can't find some good in that one.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, thank y'all very much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Kate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.